Yes, good morning class. I am Dr. M.A. JIBRIN. I'm here to present a lecture on EDU221, which is human learning. The course outline for this course are: 1. We have a meaning and definition of learning. 2. We have types of learning. 3. We have characteristics of learning. 4. We have learning styles. 5. Factors affecting learning. 6. Transfer of learning. 7. Theories of learning. 8. We have memory, remembering, and forgetting. 9. We have individual differences. Then the last one, reward and punishment. But today we will be looking at the meaning of learning. Learning has been defined by many authors. It has no universal or accepted definition. There are a lot of literatures on the concept of learning has been piled up to educational psychologists in an attempt to define or describe the concept learning. However, learning cannot be directly observed, but it can only manifest itself in the activities of the individual. Therefore, learning can be defined as a relatively permanent change in an organism behavior due to experience. According to May 1993, Mukherjee 2002 also see learning as an influence from one performance of the organism, resulting into an enduring change of behavior. Also, Manga 2008 define learning as all those changes and modification in the behavior of an individual which he undergo during his life. Also, Cow 1973 define learning as the acquisition of habit, knowledge, and aptitude. Also, Skinner 1976 stated that learning is a relative permanent change in the strength of response to a single stimulus. Gardner 1968 stated that learning covers every modification of behavior to meet environmental requirements. Therefore, in a summary, learning, you can see learning, it can be summarized in this way: learning covers every modification in behavior to meet environmental requirement. 2. Learning is the acquisition of new behavior or strengthening or weakening of the old behavior. 3. Any activity that could be called learning so far is developed individual, e.g. in any aspect of good or bad that can make him alter any negative behavior. Therefore, learning is a process by which a behavior is organized or change through practice or training. Learning is a process by which activity originates or is changed through reaching an encounter situation. Finally, learning may be timed as a process or its outcome in which necessary change in the behavior of a learner are brought through experiences, either direct or indirect. In a nutshell, all the stated definition are geared towards change in behavior. There are 3 summaries made here. 1, that is, all the definition stated lies on 1, a behavior is changed. 2, that new experience is acquired. 3, that anything one learn, it must manifest in an individual. Whatever you learn, whether good or bad, it must show on you. That is the definition of learning. We now go to the characteristic of learning. Yes, having seen the definition of learning, that we say it is a change in what? In a behavior. A behavior is change. Now, the following are the characteristics of learning. 1, learning involves a change in the behavior, as we stated. That is to show that anything one do or anything one does, there must be a change in him. 2, the change must be as a result of experience, practice, or training. 3, that learning should be relatively permanent. Yes, when learning change a behavior, that behavior that is changed is permanent. That learning is permanent on him. 4, learning involves reconstruction of new, organized or advanced experience. 5, learning is an internal process. 6, learning is a product of activity and environment. 7, learning is different from biological maturation. Then the last characteristic of learning is learning take place consciously or unconsciously. We now look at the types of learning. We look at the types of learning. There are many types of learning. However, according to Bloom, learning has been divided into 3 major categories, namely 1, cognitive learning. This cognitive learning is a process of learning that emphasizes on mental process such as learning facts, problem solving, and thinking. The cognitive aspect of learning, one has to think before he give an answer. Two, affective learning. This emphasizes on the development of attitudes and emotions. Then the number 3 major categories of learning is psychomotor learning. This process is concerned with skill development such as walking, writing, swimming, and knitting. These are the 3 major categories of learning. There are many, but the 3 major ones are these. Others are 1, verbal learning. 2, motor learning. 3, concept learning. 4, problem solving. 5, serial learning. 6, peer associate learning. 7, visual learning. Then number 8, we have rational learning. In rational learning, this type of learning involves connection of an object between one object to another. Rational learning is the connectivity and the sharing of ideas from social construction perspectives. The explanation goes like this. Verbal learning. This type of learning helps in acquisition verbal behavior. Is the language we speak, communication device we use. This also Problem solving. This type of learning recognize or require the use of ability such as reasoning, thinking, discrimination, power of observation, and power of drawing a conclusion. 2. Serial learning. It's a learning situation in which the learner is presented with learning material which exhibits some sequential order and expected that the learner master it. For example, you are given a child to read the ABCD. The ABCD are written in alphabetical order. They are arranged in the letters are arranged in sequential. 2. The child also name all the states and their capital. Then we also look at the serial learning. We look at the multiplication, because it starts from 2 times 1 2 down to the 12, which is the last number. So that is how serial learning occur. Then peer associate learning. This type of learning tasks are presented in such a way that they may be learned by reason of their associations. E.g., when you look at bird and parrot, all of them are flying animal, and you look at the dog and animal. So dog and animal are paired, while bird and parrot, they are paired together. That is how peer learning occurred. Habit learning. This process where a learner is accustomed to a stimulus because it has been presented repeatedly, such as there are periods of new learning but assimilation of the old one. 2. Learning is rapid at the initial stage. Trial and error learning is mostly likely to be used when the learner is faced with a completely new situation. The learner is not intelligent. You can look at the example of a mechanic. Before a mechanic make any amendment in either machine or car, you will be touch this, touch that, before you will be able to get what you want. That is trial and error learning. Serial learning. This occurs through observation.